Hey everyone, my name is Aaron. I'm a fourth year business student studying at Simon Fraser University in beautiful Vancouver, BC. And this week I'm super stoked to take you through what it's like working as a marketing intern at Riipen during this week of 16 weeks of internships.
One of my favorite parts about working from home is getting to sleep in. Every morning I wake up at 8:20, sit in bed for a bit to actually wake up, and then I get ready for work. My morning ritual consists of getting changed as if I was actually going into work, grabbing a cup of coffee, and putting on some work tunes. I'm a big EDM fan and it's also a great source of energy. Now I'm ready to start my day at Riipen. Riipen is an experiential learning platform that allows for post-secondary students to work with companies to supplement their learning. It functions as a marketplace where professors can connect with businesses to deliver a real-world challenge for students to work on that is embedded in their coursework. We currently have about 150 employees, and my favorite parts about working here are the strong workplace culture even while virtual, and everyone's dedication to Riipen's mission to eliminate graduate underemployment. I start my days off by checking Slack for any messages from coworkers and updating the rest of the marketing team, also internally known as the Dream Team, on what I will be working on for the rest of the day. Slack is the main form of communication that we use at Riipen. It helps make virtual work feel more normal, and I appreciate being able to message someone whenever I need a second opinion on my work. This is Dana, one of the Riipen co-founders. Let's ask him about how Riipen came to be.
So we created this company to help connect educators to employers to bring real-world challenges into the classroom. Students can take what they're learning and apply it in a real-world setting, connecting it to the real world, and bring that learning back into the classroom and share it with their peers. We started this company in 2016 with our first 2 schools. We're now in over 320 schools globally. But what we're really most proud of here at Riipen is since the start of this company, we've connected over 80,000 students to a network of over 10,000 employers using this model. We're extremely proud of the work that we've done. We've built an amazing team, and we can't wait to see what the future holds in the world of work-integrated learning.
Riipen has employees in 2 main areas, Western Canada like myself, and Eastern Canada like the majority of the marketing team. Most of my work is content related, like writing blog posts and drafting emails, but consistently checking my inbox is important for the third aspect of my role, conducting customer testimonials. With their permission, I record the calls and turn them into either a blog post or a video for the sales team to use when talking to potential users. I enjoy meeting the users a lot as I get to hear how Riipen has either helped their education or their business, and it motivates me to continue to produce high quality work. Another responsibility of mine is writing weekly blog posts for the Riipen blog. After selecting a topic, I research the topic to ensure I know what I'm writing about and jot down some main points I want to cover. Then I get started on the draft. It's always cool to see something I've written up on the company website, as well as how our audience reacts to the content. And that's a typical workday for me at Riipen. What's so special about working at Riipen?
All my coworkers and my supervisors, they've been so amazing and so dedicated to my learning. I think the very first question that anyone asked me when I got here, and I got this question multiple times, was, what do you want to learn in this role? The projects that they asked me to assist on, when they decide to have me support on them, they've thought about like, oh, this is something that Aaron has said that he wants to learn more about. So it is really nice to know that my coworkers are actually supporting that. I think another reason is the amazing mission of the company. You can really tell that everything that we do circles back to providing youth with these amazing, innovative learning experiences for them to be more prepared for their career, for them to get the experience that they need. And I say that that's a reason for me wanting to extend because I feel like I'm more passionate about the work I do when I believe in the cause that the organization stands for.
At 5 p.m., I get off work and have the rest of the day to myself. Some days I might decide to hop on the couch and get some gaming in, or watch some anime. But when it's nice out, I like to have nice socially distanced picnics with friends at a park. We've recently become addicted to Spike Ball, a fun way to work off a year of staying in and Uber Eats. It's hard for us to keep the ball up longer than a few seconds still, but we're getting there. Vancouver's known for the amazing nature, which I'm starting to take advantage of now that the weather's clearing up. The beaches are nice, and we have a lot of parks and hikes too. I also love to explore the cool eats that the city has to offer, such as this new mochi donut store that opened up. Something that I miss from pre-pandemic life is music festivals. Luckily, there are a ton of free virtual festivals every week, and I like to set up watch parties with my friends to vibe to our favorite artists together, until we can do so in person again. What program are you in, and what school do you go to?
So I'm currently a fourth year business student at the BD School of Business at Simon Fraser University, concentrating in marketing and management information systems.
Why did you decide to intern at Riipen?
So before I applied to Riipen, I was running sponsorship for a youth conference that Riipen was actually sponsoring, and because of that, I got to know the company's values and their corporate culture, and I saw a lot of parallels with their values and my personal values of the importance of youth education. And the youth organization at the time that I was working with on the conference also had youth education and youth leadership at the forefront of their personal values. Those kind of reasons all kind of culminated in me applying for Riipen, just because I wanted to impact more youth lives, and it seemed like the right next step for me, I guess.
How did you find your internship?
So after a positive experience working with Riipen on that conference, I noticed that they had a job posting up on my school's co-op portal, so I applied through there.
What skills and past experiences helped you get the internship?
I kind of went back and related my experience in the student organization and how similar I thought the values of that organization were to Riipen's, and how passionate I was within that organization, and basically showed that I actually did care about youth learning, about education, and I wanted to carry that over into this role. I think finding an internship where you care about the cause makes the application process easier, just because it's easier to talk about something that you care about. It's also a great motivator during the role because you can kind of remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing. I honestly stepped into this role with very minimal marketing experience, but I think the best thing to do when you feel like you don't have enough experience for a role is to think back on your personal experiences, whether it's a different role, a different volunteering experience, and detail those transferable skills that you developed and why those show that you'll do well in this role. Being a good storyteller and combining that with the basics of doing an interview are important as well, because a good story can go a long way in showing the interviewer that you have the right skill set and the right mindset.
What is the most valuable lesson you've learned from your internship?
So the most valuable lesson I learned in this role is definitely time management and prioritizing tasks. I'm really grateful for all of the great projects that I get to work on, but it was definitely a struggle initially just to have all these tasks piling up and be worried about like deadlines and whether I'd be able to, if I had to focus on one over another. And I think the most important lesson for me there was realizing that it's okay to not get to everything in one day, and it's okay to prioritize some tasks over others. One resource that's been super useful for me is like using to-do lists where you can kind of rearrange the tasks and check them off as you complete them.
What do you like and dislike about working from home?
I definitely like the freedom and flexibility of being at home. If I want to grab a snack, I can do that. I get to enjoy the meals that my mom makes, so that's great. I also appreciate being able to just go for walks whenever I feel like I need to clear my mind. I'll often come to the park I'm in right now, just really close to my house, and just get a mental reset kind of. Another thing I appreciate about working from home is that whenever I had like a really tough work day, I could hop on kind of like a Discord work session with my other friends who are also interning at different companies, and kind of do our work but also chat. Dislikes, I guess I can't help feeling like I'm missing out a bit by not being in a physical office. I'm not able to connect with my coworkers as closely as I would have been able to, and kind of in the same vein as that is I'm not able to get quick immediate feedback on my work. I can't just lean over and ask for thoughts or anything like that. Oh, and Zoom fatigue. Definitely Zoom fatigue.
How did you prepare for your interview?
I definitely spent a lot of time on the company website, just learning about their core product offerings, who their customers were, what their values and what their mission was, things like that. just in order to inject this like additional knowledge that I knew into my answers when I could, or just to be able to answer some of their questions better and demonstrate a strong understanding of Riipen, and like that I had done my due diligence kind of. And kind of after giving the job posting a really thorough read through, I would identify the key skills and relate those to transferable skills I had from previous roles. And then during the actual interview, I would really emphasize those key skills. I also took some time to reflect on my past experiences and some of the most memorable or best learnings I had from them, so that I wouldn't be caught off guard if I was ever asked to describe a situation when blah blah blah. While each day at Riipen looks different, I appreciate the variability in my days to keep things interesting. Going into my second work term, I'm excited to see what projects I'll get to take on, and to continue to work in such an encouraging environment. A virtual internship may not seem ideal to many people, but it's important to make the most of it by dedicating yourself to learning in your role. Besides, it's kinda nice to enjoy the luxuries of home, like watching anime on your lunch break. Thank you so much for coming along with me and experiencing a day in the life of a marketing intern at Riipen. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed the content, and subscribe if you want to learn about the other 16 Weeks Creators internships. You can keep up with us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram, and remember to tune in next week if you wanted to learn about Henry's internship at Tesla. That's all from me, guys. Peace out. Fourth year business student at the BD School of Business.